What was the principle of max mini and mini max? According to that principle, the profit of one firm will be loss of another firm. Hello everyone, a very good morning. How are you all? So guys, last time we discussed a very important and interesting topic of economics, and that was game theory. Okay, and in game theory we observed that zero sum gain principle of max mini and mini max was being followed. Okay, what was the principle of max mini and mini max? According to that principle, the profit of one firm will be loss of another firm, and vice versa. If one firm is making a profit, then the another firm is going to make the loss by the same amount. Okay, but this condition is not always fulfilled. In each and every case, pragmatically in real life, this condition is not always fulfilled. What I mean? I mean that let's say we have got two firms, firm A and firm B. So both the firms can make loss, or one firm can make loss, another can be no profit no loss condition. So in such cases, the principle of mini max and max mini are not obligated. Okay, therefore we have got a new condition, a new theory, and this is the theory of prisoner's dilemma. Fine. To understand prisoner's dilemma, I have given few conditions, few things are written. So let us understand this concept. So let's say we have got two thieves, okay, and the name of the thieves are Salim and Jack. Fine. Salim and Jack are two thieves and they have committed a theft. Fine. And police arrest them. But the problem with police is that police does not have any proof to police does not have any proof against them. So now what can police do? So police interrogates them and tells them about the three conditions that they have. What are the conditions? The conditions are, let's say if one of the two, either Salim or Jack, testifies against the other. For example, let's say Salim testifies against Jack. So if Salim testifies against Jack, then what will happen? Then Salim will get 0 years in prison. That means he will be set free. Whereas Jack will spend 10 years in prison. Right? Jack will be punished and Salim will be let free. Okay? And that vice versa is also true. If one of the two testifies against the other. Fine? Now, another condition is that if both of them testify against each other, right? That means Salim testifies against Jack, Jack testifies against Salim, then both of them will get 5 years each in prison. That means Salim will spend 5 years in prison and Jack will also spend 5 years in prison. Fine. And another condition, that if both the thieves, that is Salim and Jack, both of them prefer to remain silent. That means no one testifies against the other. Then each of them will spend 2 years in prison. Fine. So this is a condition that is known as prisoner's dilemma, and in accordance to this, I have drawn a table also. We will understand it elaborately, but to give you the outview of it, what happens in the end is that both Salim and Javed will testify against each other. Salim and Jack, sorry. Both Salim and Jack will testify against each other. And why so? See, this happens because if Jack is being interrogated and he is being given these three options, so what will Jack try to do? He will try to testify against Salim because he is scared that if he remains silent and Salim testifies against him, he will get 10 years in prison. Yes or no? Same is the case with Salim also. Salim thinks that if he remains silent and Jack testifies against him, then Salim will have to spend 10 years in prison. So Salim also testifies against Jack. So thereby, in the end, both will testify against each other and both will get 5 years in prison. This is known as prisoner's dilemma. They are in dilemma, they are not sure that if they remain silent and other testifies against them, then they will have to serve a longer sentence. So under this dilemma, they testify against each other. They are in this dilemma. This dilemma is called prisoner's dilemma. So guys, if you observe this, so what's happening? Both are losing in this case, yes or no? Both Salim and Jack both have to serve the sentence, 5 years each, but yes, both are serving, both are losing in this case, right or wrong? So this is certainly the violation of zero sum game. Fine? Yes or no? Okay, now let us understand this with the help of table. But before moving on to table, we have to understand one strategy that is known as dominant strategy. Right? Before understanding the table, we must know the dominant strategy. Now, what is dominant strategy? It is a type of strategy where one player will be optimal. Right? Meaning that one player is going to make his choices irrespective of the fact that what his rival is making. Irrespective of the fact or irrespective of the choices of his rival, one player is going to make his own choices. His choices will be optimal. That is known as dominant strategy. So actually in prisoner's dilemma, dominant strategy is followed. That means players are going to make their choices irrespective of the fact that what other player is going to do. Clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now to understand that how this dominant strategy works, what's the concept, let us see this table. So here along the vertical column I have taken Jack, right, and along horizontal column I have taken Salim, and I have written the condition: testify against Salim or remain silent. Right, these two conditions are available to each of them. So Jack has got these two conditions and Salim has got these two conditions. Yes or no? Okay. Now let us see. Now let us say that Salim, or let's start from Jack. Let's say Jack decides to testify against Salim. Fine. Jack decides to testify against Salim. So if Jack has decided to testify against Salim, then Salim has got two options. Either he can testify against Jack or he can remain silent. Now see, if Salim testifies against Jack, Salim will get 5 years in prison, and if Salim remains silent, he will get 10 years in prison. So which is lesser bad? Lesser bad for Salim is to testify against Jack. So Salim will choose this strategy. Yes or no? Right? Clear? Salim will choose to testify against Jack. Fine? Okay. Now let us say Jack chooses to remain silent. Jack chooses to remain silent. Fine? Again, Salim has got two options. He can remain silent or he can testify against Jack. Now, if Salim remains silent, here, if Salim remains silent, he will get 2 years in prison. Whereas, if Salim testifies against Jack, he will get 0 years in prison. So guys, what will be the decision of Salim? He will obviously testify against Jack. Yes or no? Because then he would be set free. So, again, Salim will testify against Jack. Fine. Right? If Jack has chosen to remain silent, then too Salim will testify against Jack. So see guys, that's how the dominant strategy is obliged. Irrespective of the choice of Jack, irrespective of the choice of Jack, whether Jack is testifying against Salim or he is not testifying against Salim, Salim still chooses to testify against Jack. Yes or no? So strategy of Salim is quite optimal. Clear? Whether Jack testifies or does not testify, Salim chooses to testify. Yes or no? Okay. And you can apply this concept vice versa also, that if Salim chooses to testify against Jack, then Jack has got two options. What will he do? Right? Either he will testify against Salim. So yes, he will testify against Salim. And if Salim chooses to remain silent, then what will Jack do? So again, Jack has got two options. If he remains silent, okay, then he will get 2 years. But if he testifies, then he will get 0 years. So obviously again he will testify. Clear? So that's it. I hope the concept is very much clear to you. The concept of prisoner's dilemma. It is very important for our economics optional paper for UPSC. Okay, and we discussed this topic in a great length. I hope I have made you aware of this concept. But the great length discussion of the topic is done in our Plutus IAS classes of economics batch. Okay, and guys, a new batch is getting started from 24th of October. So what are you waiting for? Come up fast and join the classes to improve your economics and perspective of selection in UPSC. Thank you.